Before I jump into things, the Toronto man's word, it's a little old school, is dockets. You have dockets for that, fam? What's up, fam? It's your boy Demuir here, purveyor of all sounds underground. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel today, where I'll be discussing my most recent tweet called Writer's Block is a Choice. And I'm going to be sharing some tips in terms of how to be able to break through the whole concept and action of writer's block. But before we jump into that, what I need from you is that SLC, hit subscribe, like, comment, and more importantly, hit the notifications bell to stay in touch with the new videos that we have up and coming. So point number one is to know that writer's block is an absolute choice. It's a decision. I came to this realization, luckily for me, very quickly when I returned back to the industry in 2010. And you're churning out beats and finishing songs very quickly, because the whole goal is to get things out into the market and stay relevant as possible. But you will ultimately come across a point in time where you just feel like you're uninspired, nothing is happening, and it becomes quite easy to fall into that. So I was lucky enough to recognize, well, you don't necessarily have to fall into it, because it's a choice at the end of the day. And point number two is to be open to accepting inspiration from other sources. And what I mean by this is by just looking around you, going to an art gallery, looking at some photography, or some of my favorite things to do. Certain conversations, philosophical conversations I like to have with people on different matters. It always spurs something. And if you want to keep it musical, well, that's a really easy one, which leads to my next point number three, which is to learn a skill set of a particular song or genre. You will hear things all the time that say to yourself, geez, I wonder how they did that. And by asking that simple question, it has led me down a number of different creative rabbit holes that I've actually been able to add to my skill set arsenal, and as a result come up with a bunch of other creative ideas to keep me inspired. So you definitely want to look into that one. And point number four, this varies by individual in terms of what you need. I definitely long ago was one to avoid rest, but when I do rest, it's not for long. But I do recognize that it's good to press reset on things, but don't do it for long. Don't fall into a habitual lull of sitting on the couch and binge watching Netflix and eating chips all day and not getting anything done in the studio. And point number five is to recognize that there are two types of people when dealing with writer's block. The first type is those people who feel that they have to be inspired or motivated to be able to actually start doing the work. And then the latter part, the second, is the type of people that have to do the work in order to feel inspired and motivated. And you definitely want to get into the latter group. It will save you many a time. I can vouch for that on my own, because I'm human like everybody else. There's times where I just want to chill out and cool out. And I know as long as I get in here, start hitting some keys and listening to ideas, I'm already right into it. It doesn't take very long to get down into the process. So you have to trust that piece, but those are the things that definitely will keep you out of the writer's block form and continuously inspired and motivated. And there you have it. Those are my thoughts on how to deal with writer's block, because it is indeed a definite choice made by people. Let me know your thoughts on this one. I'd appreciate it. through your comments. I usually join the conversation within 48 hours of posting these videos. So much love and respect to you. Peace.